Can you guys hear me? Rich is going to join us in just a second, you guys. I hope you can hear me. Let me know if you can hear me and see me okay. Dreamweaver, thank you so much for the super thanks. I really appreciate it. Yes, we passed 19,000 subscribers today. Took a while, but we finally got the momentum going again. And this week we've had some upward movement, which I'm really excited about. I feel like we're finally moving towards 20,000. So there was something really weird going on with YouTube where like every day I would lose a handful of subscribers. And I was like, what the hell is going on? And I don't know what happened, but like people were complaining too. And all of a sudden the numbers just started going back up again. So I don't know what the hell they were doing. But the last video I did was really, or is really popular. It's still going. But I got a lot of subscribers from that. So I feel like the momentum is finally going forward again. Yes, Don, slow and steady. No overnight fame for me. Hi, Kiki. Hi, Susie, Carrie C, Chrissy Rose, Dreamweaver, Monkey Wrench, Spirit Girl. Hello. That was weird. Okay, so I'm going to mute my phone. Rich is coming. I think he's putting his makeup on. Yeah, Crystal, I don't know who that was. That was kind of weird. I thought it was Rich maybe calling, but it wasn't. I think it was a spam call. So, oh, did I say hi to everyone? Wendy, Jasmine, Liz, everybody. Thank you for joining us. Sharon, hello. J-Man. Sybil's here. Yep. Sybil's right here. She's sitting in my lap. I switched my chair back. This is a chair I used to use a long time ago. And then I bought a real desk chair, but I really didn't like it. So I went back to this chair. And Amelie is right here, and Mary's sitting right next to the monitor, and Squirt's on the chair. And who else is in here? I just had to break up a fight, which is very rare in this house, between my orange tabby and one of my black cats, whose name is Nero. And for some reason lately, every so often, the two of them just like turn into a rolling ball of Tasmanian devil. And I don't know what the beef is between the two of them. But I had to go up and scream at them, which I don't do a lot either, but it's the only way I could break them up. I don't want to put my hand in the middle of them. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. The chair's a little low. I probably have to lower the camera. That's what I'll need to do so you guys can see. This chair's lower. I'm not used to this chair yet. The good thing is my knees go under my desk again because the other chair was just a little too tall. Yeah, Penelope, the cat fights, we don't have many. Honest to God, with all my cats, you know, I have 14 now that Eugenie passed away last month. I have 14, and it's very, very rare that there's a fight. I mean, there's, you know, little disagreements, but nothing that like brings out the claws. You know, they have jealousies. Sybil's the worst. She's jealous of everybody. She's jealous until it's bedtime. And then she comes to bed and she wants to nestle in between two warm cats next to me. So she hates them during the day, but at night when she needs something from them, they're okay. It's so funny. I have 14 right now. I had 15. My blind cat passed away last month, unfortunately. Hi, Marie. But it's okay. She lived a really good life. She had a really good life. I gave her a literal second chance, and she had 7 good years where she was safe and loved and taken care of. Yeah, Penelope, it's sad. She's actually up on my dresser now. I got a little urn made for her that's got her color picture engraved onto it, and with her name and the dates and everything. Because, like I said in the video I just made a few nights ago, when I go, they're coming with me. I want them all dumped into the urn with my ashes, and that way I know we'll always be together. Thank you, Susie, for the super thanks. I really appreciate it. Okay, Mr. Rich Lux, let's get the show on the road. So, you guys, I was out in my garden. My yard is really small. I live in kind of an urban area. So, I don't have a front yard. I don't have side yards. I have a little driveway, and I have a small backyard with a fence around it. But I've planted all kinds of flowers. I've got some dwarf fruit trees. I got a pear tree. I've got a nectarine tree. I have some figs that are actually they're called hardy figs, so that they survive the winter. And I've got blueberries and some other stuff. But because it was warm today, I went out to just make sure everything's watered, because I planted some new stuff. And if you don't keep it watered, I don't want to lose it. And I did the same thing last night. And last night I went to water, and I have like this water fountain, like freestanding. And when I went to water the plants over there, something like jumped. And I don't know what it was. It was small. I thought, well, it might be a sparrow, because I have birds. I have a suet feeder in my backyard, and the birds come, all day long. And then I thought, well, maybe it's a toad. I don't know what it is. So I went out tonight, and again it happened. And this time I looked where it went, and it was a tiny little baby rabbit. I'm sure looking for food. So I cut up some apples and I put them out. There's a little hole in the fence, a tiny hole that she squeezes through, or I don't know what it is. And so I put some apple slices out there, and if the squirrel doesn't eat them all, the bunny will probably come back. But I had a mama bunny a couple years ago that would come every single day, and occasionally she would bring a baby with her. I don't know what happened to her. All of a sudden she just disappeared, but she would come every day at dusk, and I would cut up apples, and I'd go out and I'd toss them out onto the rock, because I have like gravel in the center of my backyard. Toss them out into like the pea gravel, and she would just sit there like a statue. And after I finished throwing a few slices here comes Mr. Lux.
Hi.
Rich Lux.
What's up?
So I was just telling them I went out to water in my back garden tonight, and something jumped and scared the shit out of me.
Was it a lizard?
And it was a tiny little baby rabbit.
Wow.
So I cut up some apple slices and I put them out near the hole in the fence where it came through. But it's weird because where I live, you don't expect to see rabbits because it's kind of urban.
Okay.
But there was a mama rabbit a couple of years ago. I was just telling them that would come literally every single night and wait, and at dusk, and I would turn on the light, and she would just sit there like a statue, and I'd throw apple slices out around her, and then when I finished, she'd start eating the apples. And every single night for like a year, she came. And in the wintertime, I put hay out under one of the tables out there. Yeah. And she would like lay there for a couple hours. It was so funny. So what are you doing? Did you just get up?
No, I went and got a haircut, and then I was there's this company called NURX.com, and you can go on there, and there's like a team of doctors, and you can like submit whatever it is that you want to do. And so what I did is I'm trying to get a hold of a dermatologist to get something called tretinoin. Have you heard of that?
No.
So
What is
like
it?
it's medical grade skincare. So I had to like submit pictures of my face, put my insurance card on there, and it's been like 2 days. I haven't heard anything. So I called them and I was like, "What's the holdup? I could have went to a real dermatologist in
Right.
person and seen them faster. Not that they're not real." And then they were like, "Oh, your photo ID was blurry. Let me go ahead and approve."
Oh, for
They
God's sake.
and they're gonna work on the weekend, so you might hear from them this weekend or something because it's all through the app. So I want to get prescribed tretinoin, and you just put it on here, and it shrinks your
What does it
pores.
do?
It shrinks pores.
Okay.
Like if you're like a skincare snob, you guys know about tretinoin. It's just skincare. Just think of it as skincare, but it's a medical grade. And so I've been hearing so much about it, and I was like, okay, let me try it. But they start you off on a really low dosage, and
Yeah, to see if you can tolerate it.
and with time you go up. But it's not oral; it's just a cream you put on your face. Keeps you young. So
I
like,
was blessed with good genes from my French grandmother, not great
yeah.
grandmother.
But it's NURX, and you can also get PrEP on there. If you guys are interested, you can get birth control, all that stuff on there. But you just
Can
have
you
to
get a
like.
facelift?
You can't get a facelift, no. You can get like if you have like a UTI, all that stuff on there, you can get it prescribed. That's basically I just think doctors get off work and they just log in and they just like talk to whatever. I don't know
Yeah,
how
it's
they do it.
a pretty efficient way to make a few extra bucks.
Yeah, but like I kind of feel like if I would have went to a dermatologist, I could have already seen one instead of just waiting around.
Right. Yeah.
I'm
I
just
thought
like,
the whole point of that was to speed the process up.
yes, exactly. So
Hey
that's why I would.
Lisa, hey Chrissy, hey Casey, hey PG. So
What's
you
up?
got your hair cut.
Yeah. See,
Yeah. Is that your summer cut?
do you get haircuts? I
Yeah.
never see you get a haircut.
Oh yeah, I get haircuts. Actually, it's just starting to get a little long now.
I get it every week though.
You get a
But
haircut every week?
yeah, I like to keep this
Oh my
part short
God.
on the side.
Yeah. Yeah, I just go to I used to go to like a fancy salon, and now I just go to the super cuts.
Yeah.
It's just not worth it because I'm thinning on top a little bit, and it's just not. I don't think it's worth spending the money anymore.
Yeah. So let's talk about the legality of Illuminati.
Yes, a lot of people have been chattering about it. I guess that Wonder guy, he started a GoFundMe
Oh wow.
because it sounds like he's going to sue her. Where'd you go?
I'm right here. Can you hear me?
No, your camera went off.
But you can hear me though?
There you go. Yeah.
Okay, I'll be right back. You should be able to hear you. I can hear you.
Okay. All right.
You can hear me though, right?
Yep.
Okay, great. Go ahead.
So apparently he started GoFundMe. Now I don't know whether it's to protect himself in case she sues him, which I really don't think she's going to do. I think she'd be kind of dumb to sue him. As from a lawyer's point of view, I don't think she really has anything she can sue him for. But I think he should sue her for all the crap she took of his. That wasn't lawful. She can't just take his stuff and toss it out.
Yeah.
Gasman says his boyfriend set one up to replace his play button. Well, good for him. That was really, that was evil. She knew where he lived. She knew where his father was.
Yeah.
She could have even, if she couldn't bother herself to pack his stuff up and she insisted on taking it with her, she could have mailed it back to him. I mean, why would you throw that kind of stuff away unless you're just a totally vindictive, nasty person? And that says a lot, to me about what kind of a person she must be, because I can't imagine doing that to somebody. But, I think, I looked at that contract for that car.
Yeah.
Because she had bought a BMW. It's really weird. It's like she bought the BMW and then she was like renting it to him, but it was rent to own. It was weird, but they didn't even have like a real contract. And then at the last minute, she drew up this quick little thing that doesn't even have any kind of terms you would expect to see in a contract like that. And it just was really weird. It was like, I don't understand. And what I'm thinking is there's got to be some kind of a tax write-off for her
Oh, I see what you're saying.
to set up a transaction like that. And then the way she like insisted that he sign it before he left town, something told me that she had to have his signature or she wasn't going to get the tax benefit. What happened, Rich?
You see me?
Yeah, that was
I'm right.
weird.
Yeah.
He popped out. What are you talking? Van Luke's here. Hey, Van Luke.
Get her out of here. Kick her out of the chat. Get
We
her out of here.
We're talking about Illuminati and Wonderstruck and the weird car deal that they had. Because I had looked at the agreement, it just was this really weird shell of an agreement. Yeah, I know, Mary. I know she wanted him to pay depreciation. I'm like, where do you figure it's not a lease? You know, that kind of thing you would see in like a lease when you lease a car.
Yeah.
But this wasn't even a lease. It was
But
so
no,
weird.
but listen, when it comes to Illuminati, can you shed light if you know anything about her calling somebody a pedo?
Oh, that was the click.
Okay,
What happened was he had
hold
a
on,
disc.
hold on. Like, let
Okay.
me know. I don't know anything about the pedo stuff, so really
Okay.
break it down for me. Like I'm an
Okay.
alien. I have no idea.
So what happened was, you know, she had that sad milk thing with the click, and Wonderstruck was like one of the editors, and then a couple of, you know, other big YouTubers, and they had this collaboration. Well, the click had a Discord server, I guess, and it was just always running. And one night in the middle of the night while he was asleep, I don't know why she was on his Discord while he was asleep, but there was some guy there apparently having a conversation with the minor, which was inappropriate. And he was sound asleep. So he had no idea what was going on. And he, like he said, by the time he woke up, the guy had been banned. But she went on this like tirade against him about how he was condoning this kind of behavior and all that kind of stuff. And it just totally wasn't true. He was totally sound asleep. He wasn't even aware what was going on.
Yeah.
You know, and she just made it into this federal case, and it was like, what is wrong with you? Why are you so determined to like destroy people all the time? Because she seems very vindictive. Yeah, depreciation off the taxes. Yeah, and you know, and Mary, I could see her doing that, but why is he going to pay her the depreciation if she's going to write it off as a business expense? You know?
Yeah. So did she call him a pedo?
No, what she did was insinuate that he was condoning that kind of conduct.
And who is
by
he?
Not spanning this guy? Click. Because this guy who was having an inappropriate conversation with the minor was on Click's Discord server, she was insinuating that somehow he was like tacitly endorsing like that was okay, even though he had no idea what was going on.
Okay.
So who's Illuminati? Oh, Penelope. Where have you been?
Oh, Penelope.
Illuminati's a channel that she makes like exposés about corporations and multi-level marketing and stuff. And I mean, she's all over. If you just search her name, and a million videos will pop up because everybody's done a video about her. She had merch too. Yeah, what it sounds like she's just the kind of person that she's your friend until you do something she doesn't like, and then she totally turns on you and tries to just ruin you. Yeah, because she had gone on, this other creator had given her some kind of moderator rights to his channel, and she went on because I guess they had made videos together. She went on one night or one day and deleted all the videos that they made together. Wow. And deleted some of his videos that weren't even public. And it's like, that's not cool because that's not her intellectual property. I don't care if she was in them. Those are his videos. You can't just go and get rid of them. It's like, it's like people have been comparing her to Creepshow Art, but to me, she's like Glenn Close in, what's the movie where she boils the rabbit? She reminds me of that kind of psychotic,
Yeah.
Cruel World, Happy Mind. Coco, yes, I actually watched her channel. Yeah, we do like to do collabs. It's a lot of fun. Fatal Attraction, yeah. Thanks, Karina. Sneaky Snakes, Van Luke said. Rich couldn't even be bothered to put his makeup on tonight.
No, I've been like, I woke up because today's like my day off.
Yeah.
So I already pre-filmed my videos and everything. So I'm just hanging out, enjoying it.
I had to be up at the ass crack of dawn to go to court.
For court, I already know.
Then I had to come home and do all kinds of work. It's a good thing I set a timer to remind me an hour before this thing started.
But I feel like there hasn't been any like major drama to talk about other than the Illuminati thing.
Well, I think that's why there's a million videos about it, because that's like the only thing going on right now to talk about. I saw the Ace family was off. They went to Florida, to Jacksonville, I think it was.
I'm going to Jackson.
And I don't know what they're doing there. They did bring the kids this time for a change. I was like, oh my God, they're actually bringing their kids with them instead of globetrotting and leaving the kids at home.
Shady that.
And it's so funny. Austin posted like this thing on Snapchat, like a video of them walking through the airport, and the kids are in front of him walking, and he looks at the kids and he says, best investment I ever made. And I went, oh my God, was that a Freudian slip?
How is that an investment?
Calling your kids an investment?
I don't get it. Like, why? I don't get it. Why would he say that?
Because the kids make money.
Oh, okay, I guess. Or is it because he gets on the plane sooner?
No, I don't think that's what it was, because they weren't in line to go on the plane yet.
Okay. Wow.
Because problem is she pushes good mental health, then posts wonders message. I know that was, and I don't know if you guys have seen his video, but oh my God, literally I was crying. That's how absolutely gutting it was to hear his story. Sound like Trisha Paytas? Yeah, except he's got real issues.
Yeah.
Did you hear about the guy who crashed his plane? Oh, going to prison. I know. Did you guys see that I think it was last year, right? Where
he faked it.
Where he jumped out of the plane and let the plane crash.
Yeah.
For a video?
There's a guy wanted some views, and so he crashed his plane on purpose and pretended like it happened as an accident. Now he survived.
Could have killed somebody.
Well, no, because he did it. He made sure to crash it in the mountains.
Yeah, I know, but still, it's like, oh my God, how reckless is that? Somebody asked, Dreamweaver asked, how is Sloan? I think Sloan's okay. I texted him. He hasn't texted me back yet. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
Did he have those fire extinguishers on his legs? Did he have? I didn't see that part. So what else is going on? So what's the latest with Michaela?
Okay, so Michaela,
don't talk about Cody.
Yeah. You do not talk about Cody. So basically, 3 weeks ago, she went through the process of dyeing her hair professionally, and she had black hair and she wanted to go very light, like a light blondish. And they had to do it in steps, because you can't just go from black to blonde overnight. So they did it. She did about it the right way. And then she gave us a big reveal, and it looked great. And then she dyed her hair all the way black again out of a box at home. And then she fried her hair. Now her hair is fried weeks before her wedding.
Oh my God. Didn't she have a professional do it, or did she do it herself?
She did it herself at home.
Oh my God.
And then I was like, that's a slap in the face for all that work you did leading up to it.
That's one thing I never dabbled in. I used to go blonde when I was younger. Always went to the salon and have it done. Always. My hair was light as it is, but even still, I was like, that's the kind of thing you don't screw around with. Not only that, but it turns out brassy if you try to do it yourself. 12:22
Wow.
here, guys. Oh, Gas Man, if you're gonna need to go to sleep, thanks for joining us. I really appreciate it. And for those of you who just joined us, I finally went over 19,000 subscribers today. So I've gained like 200 subscribers in the last 24 hours, which for me is really, really good. You're doing it at home, Karina? Well, make sure you pick up some toner at the beauty supply.
Wow. But anyway,
So that's her drama. So when's her wedding?
well, I don't know the exact date. She just hinted that it was coming up.
So you were at Dragcon, right?
Oh my god, yeah.
How was that?
Okay, it's super fun. I feel like time is fleeting away when I'm there because there's so much to do and look at, and there's so much people to talk to, and there's like a million things going on. It feels that way because then you have like panels, and there's like you're answering questions from your favorite people up there, and then you have like shows going on the stage, and then you have like these
vendors and stuff.
Yeah, then you have vendors. Then you got individual booths or people you can stand and wait in line to meet.
Yeah.
And you're sitting there and you're taking pictures and just talking to people. You're like, there's so much I gotta do. And then you leave totally drained. You're just so tired.
Yeah.
There's something draining about it, but it had a blast.
It's because it's so probably high energy and everybody's like all hyped.
And then there's cameras everywhere, and it's like so it's insane.
Is it a big crowd?
Yeah, well, actually, this to me was like the least amount of people I've ever seen this year.
Really?
And it used to be a 3-weekend event. Now it's just Friday and Saturday. So they gone away with the Sundays. So who knows?
I wonder if that's just because they haven't recovered from the pandemic.
Maybe.
Or whether people are just losing interest. I don't know.
I think people might be losing interest. But I had fun. I think it's a great networking event to go to.
Yeah.
I got to meet a lot of subscribers, and I got to see like a lot of wigs and stuff. If you wanted to buy wigs and costumes.
Are they at a discount or do you pay like a premium price?
No, you're paying primo at that point.
Yeah, figures. Yeah, you need to go to the dollar store for that. Or here it's the $1.25 store.
Oh yeah.
Somebody said, Coco said, Penguin Zero, there's drama. He's talking about content cop. Yeah, I know who that guy, that character. I forget the guy's real name.
Penguin Zero.
Yeah. You know who that is?
No, but it sounds funny.
Charlie, I don't know what his last name is. But yeah, I'll have to look at that. I haven't seen what Charlie's been saying. Oh, Charlie defended him? Oh my God. That's not like him. Oh, Lisa, sorry. I just saw your thing. If you're still here, thank you for joining us. I appreciate it. So somebody wants to know if your hair is naturally curly when it grows out.
Yeah, I hate it. I want it to be smaller curls, not big curls. So I want to get a perm, but they told me I gotta let it grow. So that's what I'm gonna do.
God, do they still do perms?
Oh, okay. There I am.
What the hell?
I know you're glitching. It's your cricket.
No, you know what?
I'm telling you.
I think it's Mary keeps leaning on my damn keyboard. Let me put the keyboard over here. Yeah, Mary likes to lay right in front of me, and she always puts her paw in the damn space bar, and it always screws something up.
1 month from today,
Okay, so Michaela's wedding is 1 month from yesterday.
Are you invited?
I think my invitation got lost in the mail.
Somebody said no Ass Fest this summer. Dreamweaver,
Oh, I
I
noticed that. Oh, I know. No Ass Fest.
yeah, well, of course,
Okay.
them with their we're gonna start. Maybe this is something we're gonna do every year. It's like, yeah, right. It was like, can we make a quick buck? And the answer was no. So they're not gonna do it again. But I did seriously consider flying out there for a 1 year anniversary, and I was gonna dress all in black and take like one of those wreaths they put at funerals on a little stand, and I was gonna put R.I.P. Ace Fest, and I was gonna leave it at the site where they held it last year.
I noticed that there was no Ace Fest this year.
Oh, of course not. But they're leaving YouTube. Here it is a year later. They haven't gone anywhere. Mary's just a bit, yeah, Kiki, I'm not mad at her. She's a big girl too. She's like, I don't know why her sister, her sister, like biological sister, is like normal size, and Mary's like a Tootsie Roll. And I don't know why, but she's very affectionate. What are you eating?
Okay. You see it? The Atkins.
Oh yeah, that's her Atkins. They still sell that stuff.
Oh my God! Yeah. It's so good.
I've been thinking about going on a diet and exercising.
Listen. It's easier said than done. Because you have to get yourself up and
Oh
go
yeah, I know.
and go.
I would have done it by now if it was easy.
And go. And that's the hard part.
Dreamweaver wants to know if you're still on Ozempic, but you take it for not for.
No, I got
weight
off
loss.
of it. Yeah, I got
Oh,
off
you
of
did?
Ozempic. I got off not because I just ran out of the medicine, and because it's
And so you just stopped.
$1,200 to
Oh my
for
god!
a month supply, and I was like, I think I'm fine because all it really did to me is made me not hungry. Okay.
Really?
Yeah, and so basically, it's just like enforcing willpower. 'Cause if you have
Yeah.
willpower, you can just say no to stuff. No, I'm good.
Right.
And so that's what I've noticed that it did for me. But I didn't really lose weight on it. It just helped like me. I just wasn't. It just helped me forget about food or something, or made me like. But it made me very nauseous. And so when
Oh,
you're
that's not
nauseous, you don't feel
fun.
like eating.
Yeah, but who wants that?
So I rather just say no to unhealthy food than being on medicine to help me.
Yeah. Oh yeah, me too. I would never take diet pills of any kind. Somebody said that there's some tea with some girl talking about Catherine's ex still wants her. Who is the girl? Who's talking about it?
All this time later.
I have to check it out. Why does he still want her? Because she's got a YouTube channel? I don't know. Ever since the two of them got together, she's just gone like off the deep end. Yeah. Fasting Star channel. Yeah. They keep saying they're going to leave it, but they're not. Because what else are they going to do for a living if they left? Saw it on TikTok. Drink lots of water and sleep better. Well, I wish it was that easy. And I quit drinking and smoking 22 years ago. So that's not an option. Although I was thinner when I was drinking and smoking. Chanel, like, Chanel is her name? Is that what you're saying? Like the perfume? I'll have to look that up. Oh, Chanel, you're in your name. Oh my God, I am so sorry. I don't know. It's like it's either my sunglasses or it's dyslexia.
A little bit of both.
Mary, my weakness, Mary, is red licorice. I love red licorice. And you know what I've gotten into is like there's this Australian red licorice that they sell in the supermarket. And it's not like it's like totally different than Twizzlers. Technically in bed while you're still watching Catherine.
What
The
shows
Kourtney Kardashian diet. What's the Kourtney Kardashian diet?
Matt, what shows have you been watching lately?
Me?
Yeah.
I watch, you know what I like? I like a lot of British like murder mystery type and cop type shows.
Yeah.
So I have like through Prime Video, I have like BritBox it's called. And there's a lot of they have a lot of really good series, some dramas that are good. There's the seasons over there, they're only like maybe 5 or 6 episodes.
Yeah.
So you can like go through a season really fast. Oh, Gazman, yeah. You know, I've been watching British television for so long. And I have uh like an Android box for my TV. Oh, what's that?
This is a rose,
Yeah.
and then at the end of it is a brush.
Oh.
It's very heavy. It's a makeup brush that's in the shape of a rose. That was so cool.
Casman, yeah, you know, I have an Android box for my TV and I have a VPN and it's called side loading, where you get the application, and because I can't download like BBC player and ITV and all that stuff, you can't like download and install it the normal way when you're over here, even if you have a VPN. So what I do is there's sites you can get the application from, and then I install it on my Android box on my TV, and then when you turn on the VPN, then you can watch British TV.
Mm-hmm.
So I do that because there's a lot of British shows I really like, and that way I also get to see them when they're coming out, and not wait till they put them out over here. Aubrey says you find the cutest stuff, Rich.
Thank you, Aubrey. That's how I found Madcatster.
What?
You're cute, Madcatster. The cutest stuff.
Me? Yeah.
All right. Do you have any travel plans this summer? It's June. We're already June.
Well,
2nd.
my birthday's coming, so I'm thinking of going down to Houston.
When was that?
June 24th.
Okay, cute. Okay. I think let me see. Cause there's a big fashion show that's here in town, and I got front row tickets. I'll let you know the date. So maybe it can cross for your birthday.
I'll have to put on all my Karl Lagerfeld and my
my
Louis Vuitton glasses.
Let's go. The Karl Lagerfeld. So that's gonna be exciting.
Somebody asked, Kiki says, Rich Lux, how is Justice doing?
I haven't spoken to Justice in a while. Hope she's doing well.
Oh, Aubrey, you're June 24th? Yep. You know, it's so funny. I was at CVS picking up a prescription for my ADD last week, and the guy in front of me's birthday was June 25th, because, you know, you have to tell him your birthday.
Yeah.
And he said June 25th, and then I was right behind him, and I said June 24th, and the woman looked at me funny. I'm like, I know. We're like sequential birthdays. It's so funny. Next live will have to be a British Tea Party theme.
So
I love tea.
What sign are you, Madcatster?
I'm Cancer.
Cancer. So what do they say about Cancers?
We're very nice people.
Okay.
We're very quiet and introspective people.
Okay.
And generous people.
That's
and I think, you know, I'm not really into astrology, but it's like God. So true.
Everybody it's so true, though. Hold on. Everybody put in the chat what sign you are. Watch, you're going to see it. I'm a Leo. So those who care.
Yes, Mira, I am very sensitive. I'm, you know, I hate to say this because it's the weird, I hate the term, but I'm an empath. So like I can be watching the news where there's a tragedy and I'll just start bawling because it affects me so bad. When people have bad things happen to them.
Yeah.
Taurus, Libra, Sagittarius. You know, it's interesting you say that about Cancers often are actors because that is what I wanted to do. I ended up going to college for writing because my
Wow.
parents totally killed my acting dream.
Really?
And I know they were just concerned because I mean, I could have still pursued it, but like it wasn't something that they thought was a really good idea. And I understand why, because it's like most people never get anywhere with it. And so for me, writing was like the next best creative thing to do. But I'm still considering like maybe taking acting classes
Well, I
on
don't
the
even think
side.
you need acting classes. I think you're great already. You just gotta start like submitting those casting call videos.
Is that how they do it now?
Yeah. So okay. So because I was in Hollywood for like I don't know how long I was there last week or whatever, and so people they're just submitting videos at home. There you don't have
Huh.
to walk in nowhere and wait in line.
That's interesting.
You just submit your video.
People, I haven't heard in a while, but people always were telling me I looked like that guy who played Truman Capote, the one that died of an OD.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Philip Seymour Hoffman. And I said, geez, give me his roles. I'd be happy to take over.
Have you been to Magic Mountain?
Not in a million years.
Wow.
Actually, I shouldn't say that. It hasn't been that long. That's Disney, right?
No.
Oh, I'm thinking of Space Mountain. What's Magic Mountain?
Magic Mountain is Six Flags, and it's in
Oh, okay.
Santa Clara, California.
Oh, really?
Have you been there yet?
No.
Never been to Magic Mountain.
Nope.
Okay, so
I've been to Knott's Berry Farm. I've been to Disneyland. I've been to Disney World.
Universal
I've been to Six
Studios.
Flags. What?
Have you been to Universal Studios?
Yeah, but not in a long time. That's one place I've been to Disney not that long ago.
Yeah.
But I have not been to Universal Studios in forever.
Wow. Because I go a lot. So yeah, so Magic Mountain is it's a Six Flags. It's about 45 minutes away from Universal Studios in Hollywood. And they have super fast roller coasters.
I like roller coasters.
Yeah. So I
They're
can't wait.
terrifying, but I like doing them.
Yeah.
And how far did you say it is?
Like 40 minutes.
From Universal?
Yeah.
Well, that's not bad.
Yeah.
It's closer than Ace Fest.
Yeah. Super close to Ace Fest. And it's at Santa Clarita. And there's that show that was filmed there called the Santa Clarita Diet.
Oh, yeah. I've heard that. That's
Yeah.
a show about cannibalism, isn't it?
Ooh. I don't know. I watched that. No.
No, I'm not spoiling anything. I mean, I think the description of the show tells you that.
I want to start watching.
I haven't watched it, but that's what I had read about the description of it.
Ooh.
But that's like, I never people were really into like Dexter and stuff. I never got into those kind of shows.
What about that? What about that show called Breaking Bad?
No, I never watched it.
Oh, you're missing out.
But see, that might be one of those shows where suddenly I watch, like Game of Thrones. I didn't watch the first 5 or 6 seasons.
Yeah.
Because I was like, well, it just sounds kind of, a little too, fantasy-ish. And then I just watched one episode, and then I watched another, and then another, and then I just watched the whole series.
You're hooked. So you'll be hooked on Breaking Bad, but were you hooked on that show, Why Women Kill?
Yes. That was really good. That's Lucy Liu was in that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was really good. Isn't that Mark Cherry, the guy that did Desperate Housewives?
Yes. And
Yeah.
Mark Cherry has like no social media.
Really?
Yeah.
That's so weird. Breaking Bad is great. I will check it out. You know,
Yeah, you're gonna be hooked on it.
I've avoided it because of the subject matter. Kind of didn't appeal to me, but I'll give it a shot. But I do that. You know, I like to watch shows that have been on for a few years because I like to binge. You know, I hate waiting for new seasons to come out. So like I like a show that's already been established. So I can like blow through 5 seasons.
Okay.
All at once. True crime? Yeah, Korean. I love true crime too. Rich, what's your sign? Mary asked.
Leo.
What is it?
Leo.
Leo?
Yes.
The lion. When is Leo?
August.
Is that October? When? August?
Yes.
New Amsterdam? Oh yeah, that's the one with that guy from oh God. What's that show? With oh my God, I'm drawing a complete blank. What's his name from Boston Legal?
That I don't know.
James Spader. What's that show? I watched most of it. I didn't watch the last season, but he played the character Elizabeth's husband, the guy that's the star on New Amsterdam. Terrence, what does that say? A Blacklist. Thank you, Dreamweaver. I don't know why. I just totally blanked out. Terrence Guardino on here is quite good. Is that a YouTube channel? Yeah, you know, I mean, I would read my horoscope when I was younger, but I read it with kind of a grain of salt. But it was so funny because sometimes it would be like spot on, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Mary said, of course you're a Leo.
Yeah. Big, ostentatious. Did you see the movie The Book Club, Next Chapter?
No, but I think it's a sequel, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I think I saw the first one. What's it about?
It's about these 4 women who go on a vacation, and they're like older women. That's it. The drama.
Yeah. Now you said Women Who Kill, there's a new season out?
Season 2, yes. You guys, Women Who
watch it.
Kill. Season 1 is so good. You gotta watch.
Yeah, season 1 was really
Women
good.
Kill. It's called Why Women Kill.
Yeah, that was really good. Because it's that tongue-in-cheek kind of dark humor. I like that. August 13th. Nicole said she's August 13th. When are you, Rich?
August 9th.
Yes, MJ, I am a Cancer. I am a stereotypical Cancer. Rich didn't like The Little Mermaid. Yeah, you know, I don't like when they do live actions of
It's
Disney
like
cartoons.
CGI. Oh my. Okay, so I was watching how they made it. So the Little Mermaid, right? She's sitting in this giant warehouse, and it's all blue, like a blue screen.
Yeah.
And she's sitting on a rock, and just dressed like busted the house. And then she has all these dots on her face, and they just have her go like move around like this. And then she's done.
Yeah, right.
And then
It
she's
like
done for
their movement.
yeah.
Yeah.
And she's like, done for the day. And I'm like, really? Oh,
Really?
girl, real to me. Real acting was like, I don't know, like Marilyn Monroe and Heat Wave. Like she had to learn the choreography, the dance, the lyrics, and so much, and keep reshooting the same thing till they get it right. And this lady, she shows up, does her traction movement, and the rest they computerize everything else.
Oh my God. That's not acting.
That it's and then they can they can CGI the makeup, the face, the hair, I'm like, wow.
Well, they did that with what was that movie? Oh God, I'm so
Avatar.
tired. The one Avatar, yeah, where they just like everything was CGI, even though it was real people who were doing the
So
acting.
just give me computerized robots or whatever. Like, don't even use real people. Why?
Well, it's like, when people used to animate by hand, there was a lot of craft that went into animations. And now everything's computerized.
What's your favorite movie, Madcatster?
My favorite movie? I always have loved Gentlemen Prefer Blondes. Have you ever
That's
seen it?
oh yes.
It's hysterical. Marilyn Monroe has so many good one-liners in that movie. He says, I know you want my son for his money. And she says, don't be silly, Daddy. I don't want your son for his money. I want him for your money.
Oh my God. Yeah, gentlemen prefer blondes. And Howard Hawks.
Yep.
Lorelai Lee.
And Carol Channing did that role first on Broadway.
Dorothy Shaw, Jane Russell.
Yep. Jane Russell turned in kind of a weirdo in her old age.
Yeah. That movie was 75 years ago.
Oh, Jesus. Can you believe that?
Yeah.
Well, Marilyn Monroe would have been 97 yesterday.
Released 1953.
Yep. Yeah, that was when Marilyn was like still sort of starting out, but she had already started to make a big name for herself. Have you ever seen Some Like It Hot?
No.
That's a good
Maybe
one.
you like that one better. But
No,
aside,
I like Gentlemen Prefer Blondes best.
aside from Marilyn Monroe movies, is there any other movie that you watch?
Well, a lot of people don't realize who don't really know a lot about her career, but she made some serious drama movies too.
Mm-hmm.
And one that I like that I think Anne Bancroft, the actress, I think it was her very first movie, and Marilyn was the star, but it was called Don't Bother to Knock. And Marilyn plays a psychotic babysitter. And it's so strange to see her do a serious role. Or like Bus Stop, that was another one where she played a
Yes.
serious role. Or Niagara, where she like murders her husband.
That was a good one too.
Yeah. The Misfits, yeah, that Misfits is hard to watch because basically all of them, that was like their last picture, their last completed picture. Marilyn went on to start to make what was it called? Something's Gotta Give is what it was called.
The last one was the last one. That was the last
Something's
one.
Gotta Give, but they were only half done with it when she died.
Well, hopefully they got the shots they needed with her.
They didn't. It never came out. But they recently, not a few years ago, they released like some digitally remastered footage from it. And the director, George Cukor, who's a famous director, they filmed like the swimming pool scenes at his house. And when he moved to Hollywood, before he became famous as a director, he rented this house and he was in it for like a year, and then he bought it and he lived in it for the rest of his life. And I have the original lease when he first moved to Hollywood and he rented that house. I have that original lease.
Wow.
And I have it framed. He was openly gay, but he was a very serious kind of guy.
Oh, I'm surprised he got roles and stuff and was able to work in Hollywood back then.
Well, they just didn't publicize it,
Yeah.
Vivian Leigh, she loved him, really? Wow. I did not know that. Mary, what'd you say? James Spader is what? Mary, I don't understand. Can you repeat that? I don't know what that last word is supposed to mean. Who was beautiful? Vivian Leigh?
Tropical heat wave.
Oh, yeah. Thank you very much, Mary. James Spader's, I think, only a year or two older than me. I had a crush on him when he was really young. He was this blonde kid. Jason Bourne, Mission Impossible. Yeah, Dreamweaver, occasionally I do like an action movie. I also like period films. I love period films. And I don't know how many of you have seen Downton Abbey, but I have the three sisters who were at the Downton Abbey, who were the Earl's daughters. I have Edith, Mary, and Sybil. Those are the three daughters. Those are where my cat's names came from. So what do you guys tell us what your favorite movies are? What was the one before Bus Stop? M. Dye said. Was that 7-Year Itch? I can't even remember now. I used to know a lot more about this stuff.
Well, my favorite movie is Showgirls.
Is that the one with Cher?
No, that's Burlesque.
Oh yeah.
Showgirls had
Is that Nicole Kidman?
No. Let me see here.
Who's in it? I mean, it sounds familiar.
I mean, let me get the name, because I always forget her name too, and I don't know why. I feel bad. So Showgirls is about this girl who moves to Las Vegas and came out in 1995. It's a really cute, just 1 hour movie.
Who's in it?
It has Elizabeth Berkley, which was the girl from Saved by the Bell.
Oh yeah, yep.
It has Gina Gershon.
Oh yeah.
Kyle Markland, I believe. But it was when it came out, it was like it flopped in theaters. It's a horrible movie. And now that time has passed, it's become like a cult classic, and it has like this a group following of it.
Is it on like Netflix or?
It sometimes goes on Netflix and it goes away. But to me, it's a great entertaining movie about a girl trying to make it in Hollywood, and then in Vegas. But
yeah,
she does make it, but she self-sabotages everything.
I have to watch it. You said it's only an hour?
Yeah, but there are just some people like that who they're able to accomplish great things every single time, and they self-sabotage it every single time. So that's a great movie.
Shelly, thank you for the compliment. Mary,
Thanks,
yeah, I know
Shelly.
you were joking.
So let me so I can show you what it looks like. So this is what it looks like. That's the.
Oh yeah, that looks familiar.
Showgirl.
I recognize that poster. A long time ago, I used to work in a movie theater part-time. And it was great because you could see so many. I loved the movies. And when Titanic came out, this really makes me old. But I saw Titanic when it was first in the theaters. I saw Titanic 9 times.
No way.
A, because I had a mad crush on Leonardo DiCaprio, and B, because I was always fascinated by the Titanic and it was so realistic. I have so many favorite movies. Oh, Monkey Wrench, thank you for the super sticker. I really, really appreciate it. We're having a thunderstorm. Mary's getting her groceries. Oh, don't tell me you're doing my lazy, having them delivered. Hi, LJB. You saw Titanic 4 times? Yeah, I really loved the Titanic movie.
Titanic, there's such a history behind it. There's also a video here on YouTube giving you a 3D walking tour.
Yeah, that's brand new. Yeah. And it's funny because they did, like, when they were doing the 3D filming, they actually spotted a gold necklace on the ocean floor that showed up in the 3D, and it's got a shark tooth, like a megalodon, one of those prehistoric sharks, on a
Yeah.
gold chain, and it's sitting on the ocean floor. We get Dreamweaver. I'm sorry you can't get anything delivered. I kind of wish sometimes we couldn't either, because Rich knows I'm addicted to Uber Eats.
Oh yes.
You know, it's just me and the cat, so it's like sometimes I just don't really want to cook. And if I order something, I usually have enough that I can have it either for lunch or dinner the next day too. It wasn't self-sabotage, Mary said. She had to step over everyone to get to the top, and she became so disenchanted with what success brought with it that she walked away from it all.
That is true.
Oh, Sybil's back. Sybil! Thunder just started there, Courtney. Yeah. And you know, it's so funny because I used to have cats that were terrified of thunder. And I don't think I have a single cat that's afraid of thunderstorms right now. What do you guys think of the idea that James Charles chose his makeup company name to stop the Google word search for the previous letter P after his name? Oh, what's the name of his? I don't know what he chose for the name. What is it?
Painted.
Painted.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's a weird name, isn't it? For cosmetic company. Oh, Sybil, come here. You guys, Sybil's like purring away.
Painted was the name of his makeup brand. Okay.
You know, doesn't it seem like he's just like really late to the party?
Yeah.
Like he should have done this like years ago.
He should have. I've been telling people that for years. But he couldn't have because he had contracts.
Right. Well, he was dumb enough to sign his life away to Morphe.
So he had all those contracts he had to fulfill.
Yeah.
And he couldn't do it. He couldn't have a makeup brand because he was signed to Morphe.
Right, because they had the rights to like his name and stuff. That was,
so he had to wait till after.
You can't really blame him because he was so young when he did it, but it's like, God, you think people make the dumbest decisions sometimes.
Well, he could have made more money, but then Morphe kind of helped him propel. So it was kind of like an entanglement or like some type of symbiotic thing that worked out. But as soon as it ended, he should have already came out with the palette or something.
Right.
But I mean, he had so much drama that he was engulfed in. It kind of, I mean, they really had him at a prime, you know?
Yeah. Well, he seems to get distracted easily.
Yeah.
And he goes off on these tangents.
So speaking of Austin McBroom.
Yeah. Oh, good God. Let me get my tongues out.
They haven't made a YouTube video in a while, have they?
No, like over a month.
Wow.
I don't know why they're in Florida. I've got to find out why they're in Florida. Oh, I found some interesting stuff about Illuminati. Like her real name isn't really her real name.
Yeah.
Jennifer Tilly, yeah, she was great. Any of you Rob Lowe fans? I don't know. Most of you are probably too young to be Rob Lowe fans. But I had such a crush on him when I was younger. He still looks pretty good, even though he's aged. But Meg Tilly made a movie with Rob Lowe. God, I can't remember what it was called. Taught my cat sign language. Kiki, I have a deaf cat. And not sign. Mary, stop it. Mary, Smack, and Sybil. They get so jealous. I have a deaf cat, a white cat who was born deaf, and I use hand signals with him. It's not sign language, but I use hand signals with him. And he knows what I mean. But at night he comes and he sleeps. Sybil, look at her. She's like, you're not giving me enough attention. My deaf cat comes to bed at night and he lays like against my leg because he wants to feel when I get up. Yeah, about last night. Yeah, that was a good movie with Rob Lowe. Yeah, Rob Lowe was very handsome when he was younger. And he's still handsome. He's just older. Yeah, he had that show, that firefighter show, but he also did a show with his son. I think it was on Netflix where he plays like a big technology tycoon or something. And I believe, if I remember, they were playing father and son, and they really are father and son.
Yeah.
Yeah, MJ, he totally understands. He knows bedtime, get down, eat, wait. He knows this means wait when I do this. Like if I'm getting treats, and he's got kind of a strange meow because it's like not a real meow. It's like he kind of goes, but if I do this, he knows to just stay where he is and wait for me to go get
he's up
whatever I'm
climbing
gonna
on
get.
top of you.
I want to know what kind of deal with the devil the Full House cast has. They all look exactly the same. Oh God, that's
Not really.
sickening, isn't it?
I get so sad because like I was watching and it's like they have like these drug problems and alcohol abuse. And I'm just like, wow, you would never think that.
Yeah, that's typical though. I mean, a lot of, especially the child actors, they always end up with problems. Hey, not Dreamweaver, Gasman, do you watch Vera? I love that show.
Vera's a good show.
Vera's really good.
What's it about for those who don't know?
Brenda Blethyn plays a sort of a middle-aged, even probably a little older than middle-aged detective. And she's very low key.
Yeah.
But it's the show was really well written. And it's so funny because the voice she uses as her character, I saw an interview with her the other day, and I hadn't seen her do an interview in so long, since a million years ago. And I was like, oh my God, she sounds so totally different. Shelly, yeah, it's weird. Like my people tell me, they'll be like, oh, somebody said to me in a comment today, have you made any videos since Ace Fest? And I was like, oh my God, yes. You think of the show Alice? Yeah, Dreamweaver, that was a funny show. I used to love that show. Your cat just headbutt you if you don't wake up on time. My cats,
wow.
this is the truth. I train my cats really well. My cats do not get up until I get out of bed. And in fact, sometimes they stay in bed until I say, who wants to eat? And then they all get up and run downstairs. You got unsubbed. Yeah, Monkey Wrench, you're not the only one. I'd like to know what the hell YouTube is doing, because I had a lot of people say that to me. And it was so weird because like my subscriber count wasn't going up even though people were subscribing, and then all of a sudden I started losing like a handful of subscribers a day, and over the last month that was happening. And then all of a sudden I made this video about Illuminati and my subscribers shot up.
Wow.
So I was a little annoyed. When I hear, yeah, but I'm going to have to work harder. Yeah, I'm just trying to see if I missed anything.
Tropical heat.
Who you watch daily? You watch Rich daily, you mean? Because I don't make a video every day, but Rich does. Some of us have to work.
That's my work.
Yeah, I work. I'm so glad it's Friday. Rich is like, what day is it?
Yeah.
Me, it's like, I'm so glad it's Friday. I am so exhausted from driving to court all week. It's like every day they have me driving like 2 hours each way. And I just get so tired. I got a new car finally because my car had like 99,000 miles on it. Kiki the kitty in this photo, the blind in one eye. Oh. Yeah, Kiki, are you Lily or Kiki, or are they your both your cats? My blind cat, wasn't blind when I got her. She was in terrible shape, but she got glaucoma and she went blind. And do you know, I didn't even know she was blind until my vet told me she was blind, because she would go up and down stairs and I would play like with a stick with like a jingle toy on it, and she would smack it around, and I just thought there was nothing wrong with her. And I thought maybe she had cataracts. My vet's like, this cat's blind. I was
Oh,
like, you're kidding me. So she was like playing with the toy, listening to the bell, and she could hear it like near her head, and she would swat at it. Rich, is that the t-shirt you got on Hollywood Walk of Fame?
yeah. I had like 4 of them.
Did you 4 of them? You and your multiples of everything.
Well, because I love them. So I bought 2 that day, but I had already had 2, and so I left it. I leave them wherever I'm staying at a friend's house. So whenever I go back, I have one there.
Yeah.
And it's just a quick throw on shirt, walking around, nothing major.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. She would rather be blind than deceased, and she was going to be deceased when I took her in. So no, she lived a good life. She was very content. What type of law do I practice, MJ? I do mostly landlord tenant, but I also do some discrimination stuff and some small claims stuff. I used to do criminal law when I first started out, but I really hated it. Your name is Lily. Okay, Lily. Cats are amazing. Yeah, they are, Cassie. I've always loved cats. Always, always, always loved cats. Yes, Monkey Wrench. I've saved almost all of my cats. I have literally saved them from what they call kitty death row in New York.
Oh,
And many of them, like literally on the day that was going to be it. And I got a panic call from a group I used to interact with a lot. And I would go drive to New York, or they would, if you lived within 4 hours of New York, they would bring the animal to you because the mayor's office had like a free service. Who hated criminal? Oh, what did I hate about criminal law? Ugh. I did defense work, and I represented a lot of kids who were like are busted on like substance crimes, and I would get them like community service, and then they wouldn't freaking show up for the community service. And they were just we weren't public defenders, but we had a contract with the state. So we were sort of public defenders, but working privately. And let me tell you, there's no more thankless job than if you're a free attorney for somebody. They just do not appreciate you.
wow.
Do an eyeshadow pilot? Me?
Yeah, I do eyeshadow palette.
I don't know. I wouldn't even know what to do. Shelly, I can actually answer questions on both sides. I actually represent the landlords, but don't hate me. But we represent a lot of subsidized housing developments. And believe it or not, as much as people like to vilify landlords, most of my clients are very reasonable and they usually try to work out some kind of a deal. It's very rare that we actually go and all the way to an eviction with somebody. You had a court letter there? Yeah, that's the worst thing you ever is when you get a letter from court. People talk about these cease and desist letters all the time, and they get sent out like candy. It's like and let me tell you, I know they're frightening, but 90% of the time they're not going anywhere. It's just to scare the crap out of people. Your pets are all rescued. That's great, Monkey Ranch. Yeah, my cats are, even Sybil, believe it or not, she's full um, purebred Siamese. She was actually a rescue cat, even though she's purebred. All of my cats that I have right now are rescues. Got the Rich palette for Christmas.
Ah, that's so cute.
A question about moving out, coming up in, and the fact that they are refurbishing the apartments completely, ripping everything out. You can, Shelly, if you want to send me, you can send me an email on catstertips@gmail.com.
What
Yeah,
about
MJ,
like wait,
go
what
ahead.
about like when you put in a maintenance request and they don't answer it? Could you sue for that?
You can't sue, but sometimes you can withhold your rent, but you've got to actually have the rent. You can't just not pay the rent and say, well, I didn't pay it because of condition issues. You have to actually like hold it aside. You can't, you, that's the only time. And some states have what's called deduct and repair, where
Mm-hmm.
if your landlord won't fix it, you can get it fixed and deduct it from your rent and send the receipt to your landlord.
Deduct and repair.
Mary wants to see one of your cute bangs. Oh, bags.
Okay, Mary. Leave a like, Mary. Okay, here you go.
Sybil's, you guys can't see her, but Sybil's like sitting right here, and she has this like forlorn look. As the night wears on, I always know she wants to go to bed because she starts to. She has this pathetic little voice where she goes, meow, meow.
That means she's sleepy.
Well, she likes to go to bed so early, though. It's like I can't go to bed now.
Where are my cats at? Kitty, 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 kitty.
Yeah, it's so funny because your cats don't like come and jump in your face when you're on. My cats are like always around me. Even if you don't see them, they're like literally all around me.
Yeah.
Mary, thank you for the super sticker.
Thank you, Mary.
Yeah, Dreamweaver said, where are your cats, Rich?
I know. Usually they're like, I can look at them. Okay, what noise do you make to call them, Matt? What do you do? That see, I didn't grow up doing that. We always went kitty, 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 kitty.
Yeah, we did that when I was younger too, but it just seems so silly.
And then like people just go.
I actually call them by their names. And all of my cats have like people names.
Mm-hmm.
And they respond to their names. I've got Mary, Edith, Sybil, Cedric, Olivier, who I just call Squirt. I've never called him Olivier. I've got Nero, Gilles, Antoinette, Chloe, Sophie,
Receipts,
Amelie.
deleted tweets.
I can't believe you named your cat that.
I don't know where they're at. I have no idea.
Oh yeah, Shelly, my email, it's catstertips, all one word.
I bet you what, if I start rattling that cat food, they'll start running around.
Oh yeah. If I say who wants to eat or I shake a treat box,
Who wants to eat?
they suddenly come to life.
Yeah, you got
Shelly, it's catster and then TIPS at the end of it at gmail.com.
Yeah, mine just respond more to noises.
Yeah, well, see, I have so many of them that just making sounds isn't going to work because they don't know who I'm talking to. Knives Out movie, yeah. LJB, I've always named my cats people names. Yeah, actually, Knives Out. There's a new one out, and I've been meaning to watch it, and I keep forgetting. I didn't realize they were turning that into a series.
Yeah.
They've been remaking some of the Agatha Christie's too, which are really good.
Tropical heat wave.
Sybil's sitting here and she's falling asleep sitting on my desk. She's so cute. Oh, I'm gonna be so gutted when she goes.
You'll be okay.
No, I'll be devastated. When my favorite cat, and I know I hate to say that, but I did have a favorite. His name was Misha. He was an orange tabby, and I had him. He lived to be 21. And every day when I'd come home, he could hear the car, and he would know, and he'd be waiting right at the front door for me. And he slept with me every single night. And when he died for 6 months, I went into a deep depression.
How'd you get out of it?
It just took time. There was like nothing I could do. I just didn't, I really didn't care about anything. I didn't want to do anything. Not that I let myself go. I still had to work and stuff, but it just was hard for me to get happy about anything.
Yeah.
And Sybil, it's like she's going to be the same way. She's like one of my favorites. She's like a dog. She follows me everywhere. Well, Bridget, thank you for joining us.
Bye,
the
Bridget.
Astros are more important than us.
We'll be here for another hour and a half.
Yeah, no, we won't.
You're like, no, we won't.
God, there's like this fly that keeps flying around and driving me
We need to do a 3-hour live stream one day.
Yeah. We'll have to do like a baking one or something.
3-hour live stream. Let's go.
MJ, I've seen those necklace things, and actually I have some of my orange tabbies in a little heart-shaped locket. But all of my cats are in urns or boxes with their names and dates on them, and they're all like, I have some in here on the bookshelf, and I have a lot of them up in my bedroom. Yeah, it's hard, I didn't get quite to that point, but yeah, it was very, very, very difficult.
Yeah.
Your big hit is called Fatty. Tomorrow's 1-year anniversary. Oh. Your blitz helped you. What's a blitz?
Matt, I gotta go. I gotta
You
upload my video today.
Oh, come on.
I have to upload.
All right. So you guys have any other questions before we sign off?
You can stay. You got to do another hour and a half live stream.
No, what time is it? It's almost. I haven't even eaten supper yet.
Put in the chat 3-hour live stream. Y'all want to see?
Yeah, I'm starving. I don't even know what I'm gonna eat. Oh, I made homemade chicken soup. That's what I'm gonna eat.
Lucky. That actually sounds good.
Yeah, I love making. I like making chicken soup.
Okay, I love y'all. Thank you for having me on.
Thank you for joining us.
I just love hanging out with you. Today was like a chill kickback session.
Yeah,
I enjoyed it.
Thank you for being here.
Okay, I see you in Houston. Hopefully you come.
Yep.
Book it.
I'll talk to you about it tomorrow.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Live stream, please. 3-hour live. Yeah, no, we're not doing a 3-hour live stream. It's 1:30 a.m. there. Oh yeah, that's right. Where in the UK are you? 3 hours. Actually, we have done a couple of long ones. But yes, you guys can't see. You can just see the top of Sybil's head. She's sitting here with her eyes half closed, and she's just waiting because she wants to go to bed, but she won't go to bed without me. And that's the same with my deaf cat. My deaf cat will come down, like he's upstairs, I think, right now. But like when it's like about bedtime, he'll come down and he'll sit and wait. And sometimes he falls asleep sitting up. It's so funny because he wants to go to bed, but he won't go up unless I go up. Oh, you're in Northampton? Okay. My ancestors are from Oxfordshire, Berkshire, and Hampshire. So, you guys, do you have any other questions or comments? Because I am going to sign off in a minute. You're in SoCal? I lived in SoCal for a while. Northern Ireland? You know, I haven't been to Northern Ireland. Yes, you caught us. You just caught us. You're Portuguese? Oh, wow. Okay. That's a good place to retire, you know, Portugal. Very reasonable, the real estate. Yeah, Gazman, my mom's ancestors are from they weren't like, you know, like high nobility. They never really, you know, they were like mayors and sheriffs and members of parliament, but they were never like high. There some of them were knights, but they never went up, but they were extremely wealthy. And this I'm talking like hundreds of years ago, not like anything recent. And they were one of like there were like 4 families in those counties that were considered like the movers and the shakers, and my mother's family is one of them. And the Oxford Book of Family History lists my mother's maiden name as one of the rarest surnames in England. But I'm also half French. Cambridge, yeah, Cambridge is nice. My ancestor was mayor of Oxford when Oxford University was starting, and he actually sold tenements to the university to use as housing for the students. And I don't know if you've ever heard of the town and gown skirmishes, but he was actually arrested for beating up the students when he was mayor. Oh, MJ, thanks. You know, I've been doing genealogy for a million years. What do I think of Meghan Markle? That's a difficult question. So I'm not like a fan. I don't hate her. I think Mary, come on. Mary knocks everything off my desk, and I know she does it on purpose. Um, I don't hate Meghan Markle. I'm not a huge fan. I used to like her when she was on Suits, but I think that she should have known what she was getting into. You would have to be an idiot not to realize how entrenched and how regimented that family is. And she shouldn't have married into it if she couldn't toe the line. That's my feeling. You'll go and find what when you visit Oxford? Oh, you know, Gasman, just a bit of trivia. The Oxford University store in the high street there, there's a sign on the side door to the main entrance, and it says Tackley's Inn. My ancestor owned that building, and it's been called Tackley's Inn since the 1200s. And they told me that in the basement they have like one of the best preserved medieval vaulted ceilings or something. But my ancestor owned the building where the Oxford University store, and it's still called the same thing 800 years later. I am a fan of royalty. I don't know, it's like tradition, but I'm certainly not a fan of like full-blown autocratic monarchy. But I've always thought that, you know, monarchy is kind of like one of those traditional things. I certainly don't think they should sponge off the taxpayers. Gasman also in, I think it's Wantage, or I forget the town, but my ancestors, there are 6 tombs that they're stacked 3 on top of each other, and they're all knights, and they're very famous monuments, and that's my family. Stake my claim. You're talking about property? I don't think I'm entitled to anything. And you know, it's so funny because you see how over the centuries, how people just, your family could be really wealthy, but if you're not the eldest child, everybody else becomes poor. So don't get the wrong idea. I don't come from a rich family. Yeah, taxes. Yeah, I know, Diana. That tavern. What is that? Yeah, to that tavern to anything. My thoughts on the writer's strike. Oh, I get so sick and tired of writer strikes. I mean, there haven't been a lot recently, but there's been some years where, geez, I mean, I'm all for workers' rights being protected, but I think there's a point where sometimes it's just people being greedy and really pushing it to the edge. You watch Kelp Views? Oh, what is Kelp Views? Is that like a gossip channel or? I don't know. But I've traveled all over the world, like with doing research, family research. Um, and it's fun. It's also hard because if you go back to like the 1600s or earlier, first of all, a lot of things are in Latin, but the handwriting on some of these documents is so hard to read. You have to know, it's called paleography when you learn how to do handwriting. And I had actually read books on how to basically read and decipher all these old French and English documents. Kelpview's channel gives a truth on Megan. Oh, okay. I'll have to look it up. So, anyways, you guys, I think I'm going to wrap it up. It's been a little over an hour and a half, and I'm starving, literally starving. I'm so hungry. My stomach is making noise. But I am so glad you guys joined us. I'm glad Rich joined us. Um, we need to do these a little more often. It's been a while since we had done one. But I appreciate all of you who have been here. I'm going to put up a video tomorrow. I was going to try to do one today. I'm so exhausted I can't, but I will tomorrow. And I'm doing it. I know that this Illuminati thing's been beaten to death, but I was sort of doing some research on a different angle, and I don't know. That's probably not the video I'll make tomorrow, but I'm going to keep digging. Thank you guys so much. Thanks, Diana. Yes, I'm so glad it's the weekend. I can sleep late tomorrow. I've been up at the crack of dawn almost every day to drive to court. And yeah, it was what cursive is eventually. Yeah, MJ, I can't believe there are literally some schools that aren't teaching cursive writing anymore. It's like, what? I know everything's computer now, but people are still going to need to be able to read these things, I don't know. It's so bizarre. All right, you guys, take care of yourselves. I will put up a video tomorrow. I am so happy that you guys are here. I'm so happy that we finally went over 19,000 subscribers. I was beginning to think it was never going to happen. And I feel like there's a little momentum again. And so I'm feel motivated to make more videos. I was kind of in a funk for the last month or so. But I feel better. And then my cat died, and that really kind of put out the rest of the flame, But I do feel good. The video I put up yesterday has been doing really, really, really well. And so now I feel motivated. Your son is 28 and never learned cursive. Oh my God. I just can't imagine. It's so weird. It's like kids who can't make change because it tells it, you give them the change to make it a whole dollar, and they look at you like you're from Mars because they can't make change in their head. It's so weird. Anyways, thank you guys so much. Take care of yourselves, and we will see you soon. Good night.